Hello there, James here, and I wanted to make this video about a faceless video within a faceless video for a semi-faceless video channel. So I'm making a video right now, and it's about the 8 secrets that they don't tell you about making a faceless YouTube channel. And this is actually going to be one of them. Most of these, I love in video, and I'm getting a lot faster at it. But if I show you something here, you're gonna have to realize, here's, I was able to only record about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And so this was like the first 3 secrets, like 4 to 6, and I'm about to do 7 to bonus ones. So hopefully up in the cards you'll be able to see the actual finished video of this, but I want to show you that some of it gets cut off. Now, these two was just when I click the editor for the pros. I recommend you getting a premium. But so let's just go here and go text to video, which is what you want to do. And I noticed some people were recommending this one, but one thing you have to realize is, for some reason, it comes with its own built-in animations. So like here, it looks great, but then in the middle of it, it cuts off and goes to clear. And so if your font is not deep enough, that's why there's a gray background there. So some of it doesn't put this on the side for you. Nowhere, I promise you. But that being said, it's pretty good. I'll have to get in here and figure some other stuff out. So this is basically a how-to. So if I do a travel channel, I'll do that. Start at pitch ideas. Okay, I would hope this one would be okay. It's not playing. Let's just pick it. So we definitely on this one want to do the landscape. Some of these might be good for other things. The start at pitches idea. So that's interesting. I guess this is an example. We're going to use this template, and I apologize. I'm just using the microphone that's on my Lenovo laptop. So we're going to add our story. You need to right click with your mouse. Well, hang on just one moment. Well, I have tags. Tags. Well, it's about tags. But you have this highlighted. Okay, so we're going to go back over to invideo. And the sentences, the shorter the better, right? So I'm going to take this and paste, and I'm just going to paste it as plain. And you have to put a headline. So I'm going to take this part out. And go ahead and put a headline. Paste as plain, it's fine. And go to next. Watch what happens. This doesn't seem like a lot. I made sure to put periods at the end where I want them. Go next. Now, usually what it does is if you have more than 30 sentences, it gives you a warning and it won't let you upload more than 50. That should have been the length of that right there. If not, I'll go back and I'll show you the warning while this loads. It usually doesn't take very long, but this is the initial part and it's rendering everything. If not, I'll come in here and just grab a huge portion. And you'll see you can't just take a big article and put it in. You know, I'm a little bit surprised that that actually worked just then. So I'm going to pause. Okay, so the interesting thing is I have 28 sentences, so it was fine. If I tried to do 1 through 8 plus a bonus, it won't do it. So this is already saved. So what I'm going to do is I really want to show you that warning. So I'm going to go back to the storyboard and I'm going to capture everything I had before that was on my list. 8 secret tips that the gurus don't want you to know. And it's true. It's an actual video that I wanted to make. So we're going to go text to video. Go ahead and use this one here. I'm going to use this template. I'm going to add story, paste this plain, go back up here and put the title, headline. And we'll go to next, and I guarantee you I'll get a warning. Okay, it's too much text for one scene. Do you want us to rearrange it for you? Okay, say yeah, go ahead and rearrange it. So they put it in individual sentences. So we'll do next. You've exceeded the maximum limit of 50 sentences. Kindly edit your content accordingly. So before I had to go all the way up here to here, and which is interesting as you'll see in the other video, if somebody was calling in on my other line. Okay, so 8 minutes is about 1,320 words. So you're not going to be able to fit this into one session, unless you go up to the advanced editor probably. So I shortened it back, but just left a little bit more. Okay, so it would have let me done 1 through 5. But when it really was doing, it only allowed like 30 sentences. It was just ridiculous. So I'm going to go back 0 minutes ago, just delete this project, and this one I'm going to work on right now. So whenever I get ready, I'm going to have to come in here and put the first 3 tips, the second 3, and then the last, well, 7, 8, and then I give 2 bonuses. So on the end screen, click on it if you want to check out the video all finished. These are secret tips, and some of you may know them, but some of them they're kind of hidden, and it's hard to know because there's so much stuff that people who tell you how to do this, they come in there and say, we'll make a 2-minute video and it gives you $10,000 a month. That's not how it works when you're starting out. That's not how it works for hardly anybody unless you're like, Mr. Beast or somebody. So I'm going to come in and edit these 3 together when I'm finished. And so for this one, and each time you do this, the music changes as well. And there's another thing that invideo uses story blocks and audio, but you can still get a copyright claim with it, believe it or not. And they give an article. Let me just pull it up real quick. Invideo copyright help. If a video created in video is flagged due to usage of royalty-free music track from our library, please reach out to us. And there is a PDF that you can download. But either way, they will help you. This is the end user, Storyblocks end user license agreement. So it does say that they have that. So when you have to dispute a claim that they don't tell you about, that you might get from here. So you say, disputing the claim, I have permission to use this content claimed in my video. Then you'll say, I have permission, and then they'll help you because this is the end user agreement that they have document, and you can direct them to here because they're licensed. The operators of story blocks, video blocks, graphic stock, and audio blocks grant you personal, worldwide, limited, non-exclusive, non-transferable right to incorporate these stock files into your broadcast, commercial, print media, blah, blah, blah. So regardless, you have permission to use this. So I have to come back in here. See, it's not very intuitive. Yeah, this one picked up YouTube, but secret tags, I don't know. Top secret finds. So would have to just change that up, but it's not that hard. I'll go through a more in-depth tutorial somewhere else. But one thing it is doing a lot better right now is when you make shorter sentences like this, it gives you at least a video or a background at least for each one. Because before, when you have really long blocks of sentences, it doesn't give you a video with it. One thing I recommend doing for sure is editing the video, dropping it down by at least 24 decibels, so negative 24. So I don't like that music, but when it's turned down low, it might be better. So at least I can do a voiceover. This does everything correctly. I think on the other one, I might have, just overloaded it with um, not separated text. Let them separate it because it would come up here and it would be it would be completely blank. I mean, this one is technically blank, but it wouldn't even, put out anything very good at all. So this is here. So I can probably put, um, a video over this one, drag and drop media right here. So you can do it in here. What I do is I go to editor, and even this, it says it's too long. So what it seems to happen is when it can find a video, it'll add it in here, but you're going to have to come into these if you want an image or media or video, you're going to have to add it. And it takes time. So I would hate to go back and have to re-record everything else because it's taken me about 6 hours up to this point. This looks actually way better. Well, it looks as good as the first one, but I had to do a lot more. This seems better right out of the box. So I just wanted to let you know some of the limitations is that you're not going to be able to upload 8 to 10, 15 minutes of content to the script to video function. Now it does help, right? Because if you come over here and it automatically saves, so that's great. So in the editor, I'll just do this, which it'll create this as a build your own scene. It doesn't give you anything, and I'm not going to use the AI voice. So if you're going to use the AI voice, you would definitely want to do these, the script editor, scripted video. So once this loads, I'll show you that you basically have to add the portions of your script, and there's no preset. So basically, what I would do is this is one of the that's one of the voiceovers I already did for the first one. So I would need to pull that in and then bring in, let's see here. So if I started from scratch, I would have to start right here from scratch, put in text from scratch. If I choose this style, that's the text box there. Now I can edit text, assuming this is going to be way too long. So that's not going to fit in there. If you did sections of it, it's going to have to adjust. But on this one, you do have full control over everything that goes in here. So as you can see, you can resize. That font looks terrible on here. So if you wanted to do that from scratch, you can. But I definitely preferred getting your script, rewriting your articles, and you're going to have to put them into basically bite-sized chunks, 30 sentences long. Just say about 30 lines long of easy to read content, and then you can come back in and it will do a lot better job and find a template that you like. So I can come back to projects, and that seemed to be like a good template. This one wasn't bad. This one's okay too. I've already exported this one, so that's why it's not showing there. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these projects. Once you upload them somewhere, you can always bring them back in. Make sure I don't delete anything important. But this way I don't clog up my account. I have this one ready to go in and edit. I have to do a voiceover for this one, and then I'll take it. I'll export these to my drive, and then I'll go back in the editor and re-upload it. So I haven't got Camtasia yet. Also, Screencast-O-Matic does a good job. That's what I'm recording this on right now. So hopefully this didn't get too long, but I wanted to give this information so that you know that even though this software is great, it's pretty intuitive, but it's not going to put the perfect videos in. And you really want to use the better content. And you'll get so many iStock footages a month, and then it will renew. So it just depends on how fast you want to go. Shorter videos, mega quick, and you really only wanted them to be 2.5 minutes. Yeah, once you get used to it, you can knock these out pretty quick. But to do a 10 or 15-minute video with this, and really you want to be 8 to 10 minutes for the monetization when you get monetized anyway. So just be mindful if you take this route that they don't tell you. They show you a little snippet where they do like 4 sentences. Oh, it shows up great. Look how fast I did that. I did a 3 or 4 sentence video. It was awesome. You can do this too and make 10,000 a month. No, it's going to take more time. This is several days of me trying to perfect this, and it not be perfect, but just be good enough for one, so that I can follow the secrets that are in the video that I'm making, that this video is about, and just it doesn't have to take up all your time. But I'm going to be doing this full time. We'll be showing the niches. Like in here, I don't recommend the meditation niche, but I'm going to try it just to see. I know that it's overcrowded, it's super oversaturated, but you can't say that if you've never tried it. However, being discovered is going to be very difficult. But I'm going to show that one way or another that the rain, showers, niches, yeah, if you got in 5 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, you could make, bukus. But listen, I'm going to go over this when I talk about more about the meditation niches, if anyone's still listening to this. But if you're doing guided meditation and you're 2 minutes in, do you want a video popping up? I mean, do you want an advertisement popping up? Maybe the ones that are on the bottom of the screen like that, maybe. But if you were to interrupt every couple minutes, like some people say to do, you're not going to have any people getting on there. And the amount of people that are going to go in the description is going to be limited as well, because, and I do listen to some of that. And I have on my other computer in the top, I have a link directly to my favorite, the thunderstorm video. Because the other ones, admittedly, they're not as good, but it takes so long to get through all of them, and you don't know which one's going to be bull. Everybody has different tastes, so at least there's that going for it. Hopefully, I'll cut this part out because I'm rambling. But here's one tip for you. If you do a faceless video or an instructional video like this, if you keep your mouse in one spot and still, then you can come back and edit it, and there will not be any discontinuity as when I'm speaking and I move my mouse or I'm on a different screen and I'm back here. Because it inevitably happens to where you're going to mess up. You're suddenly going to not have the words to speak. So, and I know that I am at this moment rambling on. It's been a horrible day. My blood sugar shot up to 500 points for some reason. So I'm just trying to do this, relax and do these in bite-sized chunks. And then I'll have this video. At the end, it should be, say, 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. So even at the end, I'm going to try to extend it so it's at least 8 minutes. So that when monetization comes, you can take full advantage of it with it being at least 8 minutes long. So hopefully this helps you out. Check out the video I made with all these clips, and it actually is a lot of stuff that they're really not going to tell you. It seems like, okay, the riches are in the niches. Well, everybody says that, right? But then they tell you go make a channel and that's in the most saturated, easy to enter niche on the entire internet. It's so hard to crack into some of those. Now, I'm going to show you how I would do it, and I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to follow his advice on one channel, and then I'm going to do how I do things, which is similar but way deeper. I mean, way deeper. So whenever I get the links up, hopefully I can get people over into like a free course because so much of this stuff has been forgotten. Like I started this with making no face channels to do affiliate marketing. We didn't even call it no face back then. It was just without having to be in front of the camera. Nobody called it faceless or no face. Just said, you don't want to be in front of the camera. This is how you can do it. And the softwares were not as good, where you bought one for very expensive, and then they quit supporting it 6 months later, and the company took your money and ran, and then the software breaks. So invideo has been around a while. I finally took the plunge. They're adding things. Screencast-O-Matic is adding things constantly. They have editors, background removers, Canva. So if you get those three things, you should be able to make videos that can do this. All right, I'm out. I appreciate you guys. Love you. And hopefully see you in this compilation here.